Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 93 of the 9 to 5 Fitness Podcast. I'm joined with Anabolic Gabe. Gab, how are you? How'd you sleep?
Episode 93. I'm pretty good, mate. Actually, really good. And I slept decently, probably 7.5 hours sleep. What about yourself, champion?
Very well, thank you. I reckon I had about 9.5 hours sleep, so I'm feeling incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very well, thank you. 93, mate. The nervous 90s, we'd say in cricket.
Yeah, true.
Starting to get nervous. Do we have a big episode planned for the ton?
I haven't even thought about that, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
What's that, 7 weeks away?
So it'll be well into the new year.
Yeah, it will be. That would probably almost be the 2-year anniversary of the podcast. Because I reckon we started around then.
Is that right?
Yeah, because we would have missed a few weeks. I reckon close to the 2-year anniversary.
2 years, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, I suppose, yeah, that makes sense.
Because remember, it was like when we took our exes to Nobu, and you made that TikTok going, let's start the podcast.
Great
And I was like, no, let's not.
Shut that down.
And I reckon that was in January of 2021.
Yeah, you're right. Nobu. We'll never get that back, will we?
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Fun times.
Yeah. Little tip, if you're taking your girlfriends to Nobu, you and the lads eat up, get whatever you want, and they're only allowed to order the edamame. It's about $6.50 a bowl, and they can have as much as they want.
Last year the night as well.
And yeah, the lads will tuck into some Wagyu gyoza. So there's a little tip, budget friendly.
Yeah, very smart. Well, you went through a stage there where you were going on big first dates, and you were spending $350 on a first date, and then they were ghosting you.
This is actually this is because I didn't realize this. I thought it's just like normal because I was raised as a brokey. Didn't have dad's credit card to pay for everything.
Yeah.
So I just thought when you go on a date with a girl, like you just split it. Like from all the previous relationships I had, everything we just split down the middle. I was earning like $25 an hour. I couldn't
these days, mate.
Paying that much, and so I'd had a few dates when I was single, going on these nice dinners and whatnot, and I just thought, same goes. We decided to go on this nice dinner. Let's split it down the middle, or you pay for your share, I pay for mine.
Yeah.
And apparently once you're a TikToker with a few followers, that is an absolute disgrace, and you cannot be caught doing that.
Difficult to navigate at the end of the date, trying to get the split, isn't it? I've never done it myself. I love it when they offer, though, when girls offer.
Oh, mate, I've got to the point where it's just like... So after I had one that just absolutely cracked it at me, and I was like, what? You weren't complaining when you were ordering all those cocktails?
Yeah.
Anyway, but I think... What was the one? Yeah, there was one where it's like I went on a date with this girl, right? She asked me out.
Yeah, that's right.
And she decided on this really nice Japanese restaurant. And, it was at the point I was just like, the bill came and I'm like... Just fucking save it. I'll just pay it.
I'll get it.
I don't know. Something about it. I feel like I'm such a stingy guy, but I'll still just pay
after, or something came
Nah,
up.
she got back with her ex or something.
Mate,
and was
that kills me.
Yeah, whatever.
It actually kills me. Anyway, it's fair enough.
Bit of a rant.
Yeah, bit of a rant over.
Let us know what you guys think. Honestly, I'm not one for paying for somebody else's wife. I hate this, bro.
I don't have it in me to ask for them to pay, so I always pay. But anymore. I'm also very smart that I'll take them to $10 dumplings. So it's $15.
That's what I'm doing next time. My solution, which all the Brains Trust has decided on, is never do dinner on the first date.
Nah, or just not that kind of lavish dinner.
Or just do like yochi or something.
Yeah, I tell when I'm taking a girl, I tell them I'm going to look for like the cheapest, most nasty Chinese dumpling place.
And you actually do?
Yeah, and I do it. There's one in Carnegie, if you're wondering, guys, in Melbourne. It's called Auntie's Dumplings. Mate, they throw the food at you. Like, the service is so bad, and they throw the water at you. You ask, can I please get some soy sauce? That's extra. They're like, oh. And yeah, I can't say that next bit, but and anyway, it's where the locals go, and it's good food nonetheless. So set the precedence really low, set the bar low, and then, you take them to grilled after that on the next day, and they think it's amazing.
Yeah, so set the bar really low.
Bar low, make the chat good.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're laughing. So there you go.
Cool. Anyway, what the hell? How do we get on to that
Well, mate,
topic?
we've got a big one today, and I'm very excited. Last podcast we mentioned we wanted to go to the Christmas lights, and we want a girlfriend for that. Now, we made a TikTok out of it and said,
yeah.
you know, look,
Got a few responses on it.
If you want to come to the Christmas lights, let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll do our best to make it happen.
Mate, the response was incredible.
It was ridiculous.
Ridiculous. We had our employees reading the responses on the 9 to 5 business account, and girls absolutely throwing themselves at the account.
It was
and the lads were tucking in.
Well, yeah, well, I
Did not expect it.
I didn't expect it either. It was like, it was a bit of a joke. You know, like we did it as
a bit of a joke, but I really want to bring it.
Yeah, look, we'll never, you know. And we did, there were 2 requirements. Over 18, 3 requirements. Over 18, attractive, and they have to be nice.
Yeah, good personality.
Good personality. We did get a comment on TikTok saying, I don't like the fact that you boys were setting requirements. But mate, if they're not over 18, then we're in trouble. So we're not going to jail for that, and we're not pedophiles. So
I feel like we're allowed to have our own dating preferences.
Yeah, but it's not like we were going like, they have to be.
You have to step on the scales before you walk in, like
50 kilos.
Yeah, that quite.
Settle down, mate. It's like, how do you go through life?
Nah, did you see my comment?
Yeah,
I just said agreed, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he's like, no worries, mate. Just have 2 daughters and hope they're treated with respect.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to be respectful. I feel like we are, as when you're dating, you're allowed to have certain preferences.
And being nice and attractive. We didn't say they have to be blonde. Like, attractive can be beautiful.
It'd be good.
It'd be nice. Wouldn't say no. Yeah. Bonus points. But yeah, anyway, how'd you go with responses? Do you have any updates for us? Can you tell us what's going on? Who's coming to Christmas
no
lights?
takers as of yet. I just don't even want to say anything because someone will clip it and make me look like more of a dickhead than I already am. But there was some savage comments on the TikTok. Some girls were commenting and the reply would be, they said you have to be attractive. It's like, whoa, mate.
Actually brutal.
That's brutal. What are you saying there, mate? Or some girls commenting being like, what did they say?
I'm really nice and but I'm not attractive or something.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's 50%, babe. That's not going to get it in.
That's barely a pass.
They're all beautiful, so yeah, they all would have passed. But yeah, I got a few messages myself. Very exciting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully. I know you'll be fine, mate, because all the girls love you. But hopefully, I can come with a woman
right.
too.
The girls love you too.
Yeah.
You got a kiss on the weekend.
2
kisses. Oh, we don't want to hear that.
I think you got a few as well. Mate. You're not showing the boys those ones.
Let's leave that one there.
All right.
Next up on the list, we've got Spotify Wrapped, mate. Had a great year last year or this year. Spotify Wrapped came through. We got some incredible statistics.
Who was your number 1 artist? Morgan Wallen?
I actually think, who was my number 1 artist? He'd be up there. Maybe, what's his name? Forgotten his name. Who was yours? Tell me yours.
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
You wouldn't know anyone on it.
No, yours I couldn't. It was like a different language for me.
You know, probably the most AIDS one I saw was Prime Trains.
Oh, mate.
What the
he
fuck
reckons
was
he's
that?
got God's gift when it comes to tasting music.
It was like it looked like you painted the toilet bowl or something with his Spotify rap. Like it was fucked.
He listened to it, yeah.
Mate, like it was like a 6-year-old kid who's just on the YouTube algorithm.
TikTok.
That's what his Spotify rap looked like.
Yeah, no, it was pretty painful. But I was more talking about the Spotify Wrapped of 9 to 5 Fitness and the podcast.
Let me get some stats up.
We're in like top 5% of like most shared podcasts in the world. That's not just Australia. Like that's ridiculous. It speaks volumes to our fans. They're such a passionate group.
You're in the top 1% most followed podcasts.
There we
go. How good's that? Our fans were also described as the enthusiast. Your listeners are super fans, which we already know.
Yeah, we knew that.
When their favourite podcast releases a new episode, they're among the first to know, going above and beyond to show their support. I think that just describes our fans to an absolute T. There are a few people who listen to a lot as well. And it was between 2 really close winners.
So we did a competition.
Yeah.
Whoever got the most hours of listening to the 9 to 5 Fitness podcast, we'd give them anything on the store.
Exactly right.
And you're about to announce it for us, aren't you?
Yeah. So
here we go.
It is separated by 36 minutes of listening.
Oh.
And you know what's crazy?
Podcast.
We only released 1,800 minutes worth of content this year. And the people who were top 1 and 2 listened to almost 14,000 minutes.
How does that work?
I think one of them said he has the Spotify playing while he's asleep to help him sleep because he struggles to sleep.
I do that.
Yeah.
and we help him get to
But
sleep.
it's kind of illegitimate because are you
Nah.
consciously listening?
I rate that. Mate, we should, whoever the winner is, I wonder if we can get them to give a call in for the podcast.
Yeah.
Next podcast.
I'll call him
We'll
on IG right now, mate.
Fix that up. We'll do it next time.
So in number 2 position with 13,414 minutes, people were tagging us with like fucking 14 minutes listen, going like at 9 to 5 fitness prayer emoji. Brother, do you even know our names at this point, mate? Do you even know our names?
Literally.
Just don't post that shit. I'm not reposting that, mate. All right, so we got Finn Slattery at number 2.
We love Finn.
The big slat.
Number 2, missed out by
36 minutes. So better luck next year. Start playing the episodes now, baby. At number 1, we have Jared Fairbairn.
Jared.
13,450 minutes. The big lad, big illegitimate cheater boy. Listen to that shit while he sleeps. Good job, mate. You've won yourself a free pair of used 9 to 5 socks.
That would
and a firm handshake. Nah, as we said, you're allowed anything you want on the website. So message me what you'd like, and I'll give you a code for 3.5% off.
That is genuinely incredible, Jared. And, you know, I don't think it is illegitimate because I listen to podcasts before I sleep. But, Jared, you know there's a feature on Spotify where you can set it to like 30 minutes or an hour and it'll completely turn off.
I reckon he knows, mate. He just wants the prize.
He's just getting...
He's like, thanks, Louis. I would have lost if I took your tip.
Yeah, it's true. He would have. But, yeah, I wonder how many other people listen to our podcast before they sleep.
We had a lot.
Because that's pretty cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, I just in general, mate, I think the NTF podcast Spotify Wrapped was incredible to watch. Other people uploading on their stories, a little bit painful. There were some that I saw, as in like just random people uploading their personal Spotify Wrapped.
I'll get that off.
So I'm glad we know who not to give the aux to now.
Yeah.
I'm glad your music taste
I'm
sucks.
very passionate about posting mine. I'm a big music fan. I think I'm entitled to, but yeah, there are some that are just, mate, what are you listening to, honestly?
To be honest, I'd probably be one of them.
Yours is just different. It's not like that bad.
It's just all over the shop. I just listen to whatever
Were there any
I'm feeling.
particularly bad ones you guys saw?
It was the same, just random top 100 kind of things. I love seeing the ones who are like the breakup ones. It's like all Dean Lewis and
yeah,
that was definitely me last year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was both of us. But yeah, anyway, mate, fun times. So good on all of that. What do you have for us?
NTF plug. I don't know. We haven't released any new products in a while, which we're going to have a meeting tomorrow about what we're doing. So
I think exciting things coming.
Exciting things coming, probably.
We hate it when people say that, but genuinely. Because, this is... Oh, yeah, it is. It's always been our full-time jobs, but like I've been slightly preoccupied in the past, and now it's like...
Time to turn it back on.
We are 100% influencer, creator, content people.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
Also, I think the turnaround for apparel orders is down to 2 days at the moment, because I had a friend who made a big like $200 order and he said he got it in 2 days, which is crazy.
So it's flying out.
So that before it was about 2 years, because it was when we felt like it. So, these people ordered, sorry.
Yeah, get it when we're
We
ready.
pulled a Bradley Martin, sorry guys. But now it's down to 2 days. So go order, like buy some stuff for Christmas now. I think we got a 15% off code for Christmas.
Yep.
So you can go get your mother, your father, your little sister, your little brother, whatever they want. We have NTF gift cards, new ones on the store now, so you'll get 15% off. Go order your people some good presents that'll actually improve their life. Don't get them like a bottle of Jack Daniels, because that'll just fuel their alcoholism. All right?
Don't do that.
I'd say, all you need to do is spend $50 and they're benefiting their life. So go do that. Click on the website now. Go get them some compound shorts. Get your little brother, a compound tank. Hopefully he grows into it, and he will love you forever. And make sure you tag us when you do it, when you open them on Christmas Day, because we would love to see that.
Do that. Right, mate. Last episode, we spoke about screen time, how long we're spending on social media and stuff, and we got a really good response from it. I don't know about you, but I got a lot of messages from people saying, mate, that was like such a great podcast, because like that's something that's a real issue in my life, and I'm glad you're talking about it.
Yeah.
Now, we said we come into this podcast with our analytics, with our screen time, and we're going to be transparent with you. How did you go? What did you... Give me how you feel you went. before you open your stats.
I know I've improved, and I actually feel coincidentally mentally really good this week. Why is
Interesting.
that?
I wonder.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not refreshing my Snapchat every single second to see which girl has replied to me.
Yeah.
Or which girl's left me undelivered.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I think I went pretty well. I had a blowout, not going to lie. Monday, bit of the Sunday scary carrying over, I think. And I pretty much gave up on it. And then it did get me thinking, mate. Whilst my mental health is obviously better when I'm on my phone less, but is my mental health better because I'm not on my phone? Or is my mental health worse because I am on my phone? Or are they the same things?
Fuck.
Essentially, what I'm trying to say is if I'm on my phone more, is that a product of bad mental health? Or does going on my phone lots create bad mental health for me?
That was really well said for someone whose English is second language.
Feels like it today.
I'm kidding, mate.
Stuttering.
You're
on
right,
my words.
mate. You're right. You're
Thanks,
right.
brother. Yeah,
you got it out.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is it the carrot or the stick? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Because honestly, mate, I feel like you can have really good like factors in your life, support networks, people around you, everything. And your mental health is really good. And if you do spend a bit of extra time on the phone, like it's not that bad. Like the other night I was on my phone, mate, I was bloody enjoying it. Like I was having so much fun. Whereas it's when you get into those traps where you're just refreshing shit. It's like, mate, what am I doing right now? Like I shouldn't be doing this. So I think there's just a line with that. Does that?
I totally agree. So I was thinking, so before coming into this week, I was really at the mindset, if I go on my phone, my mental health is down. Now I've realized that if my mental health is down, I go on my phone more. Because I'm trying to distract
that's
myself.
so true, because often like I'm feeling shit and I'm like, is there something that's going to give me some dopamine here? Exactly. Is there a message request from like a hot girl or something and it's going to be like, oh, fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Which is like, mate, what are you fucking doing? Like if you're getting your like happiness or sense of self-worth through some sort of pixels, mate, like that's fucked.
Yeah, sort it out. But as we had this chat, like last week, you're right. Like I've stopped the monotonous scrolling, the stuff where you're just scrolling for the sake of scrolling. But now when I'm on my phone, and whilst my hours, to be honest, aren't a whole lot better, now when I'm on my phone, I'm doing it like I'm conscious of it. And we're going to continue to do that. That's what you need to change, I reckon. Yeah,
just being aware of it. And actually, we need to keep it up as well. We got to keep each other accountable with it.
Yeah, we will. We'll do an update every
I'm going to check. So for last week, so this is pretty cool, actually. See all activities. So if we go week and we go, so last week my average was 5 hours and 57 minutes, and that is down 22% from the week before. Then this week it's down a further 19% from that 22%.
Okay, interesting.
So that is quite a considerable reduction. I'm setting my social limit to 2 hours per day, and I hit that limit every single day.
Interesting.
But it's good to know. Yeah. And I think it's getting later and later in the day when I hit it. So yeah. Interesting.
All right. Last week, I was barely on it. 6 hours and 6 minutes was my average. This week, I went up 34% to 6 hours and 28 minutes. But I've been a whole lot more conscious with it. I had a huge blowout on Monday. I was on my phone like for the whole day, pretty much just relaxing. But then on Tuesday, I was only on it for 3 hours. Yeah. And then today, I've only been on it for 3 hours. So it's interesting how that works, but you do one really bad day and it kind of throws it off.
It is like, it is our job as well. Like sometimes I'm on Instagram for 30 minutes editing a post. And it's like, that's not me refreshing shit. So it's like, I actually need to be on the socials right now.
On TikTok, making a TikTok. Like, I'd prefer to not be doing that. I'd prefer to be going for a walk, to be honest. Yeah. Interesting. But I know it's like we've done a lot of thinking about it. And I think you have to start really aggressively. Like, I'm not going to go on my phone at this point. And work it into a space that it's like manageable for your life. Maybe that's just a cop out, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep chatting about it. Yeah. Very interesting, but in general, mental health versus screen time, it's quite, it's obvious, isn't it? I'd say so, yep. Now, do you want to do a deep dive into another topic, or do you want to get into a bit of a sponsor chat?
Deep dive into a topic, I'd say.
Let's do a topic then. Let's talk about now versus then, our mental health. So this time last year, mate, we probably didn't realise it, but we were flat as a tack. We're in little situations in our life where we were kind of moulding into the people we were becoming today. And that kind of process can be quite daunting. It can also be quite flattening. How is your mental health this time last year?
Oh, mate, just... Yeah, again, everything felt like a slog. Every day felt like a fucking slog. And it's like, now it feels so easy. Why is that? That's crazy. I don't know why. Like, it was a genuine anxiety-ridden slog.
Every single day we were in this little shoebox of a house. And I think like the catalyst for both of us was a breakup.
Yeah.
Like that just started, and looking back, like it's the best thing to ever happen to us. So, but and then you and I were beefing at one point there for a fair while, just hating life. You're living with someone who you like despise.
Oh, mate, that was tough. Yeah.
And you're on your own.
And I think our potty listeners have heard this story a bit, but I think it is like perfectly summed up. Like nowadays, so we'll go out on a Saturday night, we'll have a decent crack. Back then, the Sunday morning,
scary.
No, like genuine, give me a welfare check. No, I'm not. This isn't a joke, mate. I was so bad, bro. Like, bro, like genuine anxiety. Like, where did this come from, bro? I wasn't like this before,
mate. I went on that many walks. Like, I thought it was.
I'm
great.
walking, mate. It's not helping.
I was doing 30,000 steps a day. Yeah, literally. So Sundays now versus then. Like now I get a bit of a hangover, but there's no anxiety there. I'm just like, I feel a bit average and like I just need to hydrate.
Before Sunday morning was, I wish my ex-girlfriend was here. Where? Yeah. Sunday morning is now, right, I'm dropping you home. Come on out. I got shit to do. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, let's go.
Up your hop.
No, I absolutely love him. But, and now it's like, and I'm waking the boys. So I'm like, lads, come on, fucking get moving. I'll feed you some Hydrolite. Let's fucking go. We got shit to do, mate. Let's go to the beach. Let's fucking go to the gym. You know?
I love Sundays now.
Yeah. Sundays are elite.
It used to be, I would sit in my room and like shiver and like scratch myself. Like
it was fucked.
So anxious.
And so that brings us to the point now. I feel like the environment we've created for ourselves now is like the ultimate mental. Like we've got such good positive energy, people around us. We have a nice house. Like even the fact that the sun comes into our room when we wake up is fucking huge, dude. Because like it's warm. Like the sun is waking you up when you wake up. It's just I feel like we've created this environment where I don't know if you feel the same as me, man, but
definitely.
Like we're doing this. We're staying out later than we would before. Like probably having the same amount of drinks, but
probably more to be honest.
Probably more, mate. We're sending it even harder, and like I feel 10 times happier than what I did in like a year ago.
Yeah.
So and I feel like it's because of that environment we created.
Product of the environment. It's interesting, like moving out with you or hearing people saying they're going to move out with their best friends and everyone's like, oh, don't do that. That's really risky and stuff. Like now, of course, if you're going to be doing gear and drinking every weekend, like you're going to have shocking mental health. But like we moved out with our best friends and it's the best thing ever.
Yeah. And I think we all have that mindset where it's like, the going out on the Saturday is a reward for the week. So like we will smash the content, train really hard, like 2 sessions per day. And that Saturday night is like that reward. So it's not just like us. It's not like escapism. It's just like, we're excited to kind of hang out together in a different sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you reckon, I reckon a large percentage of our mental health improving is due to the product of our environment. Like we all want to work, we all want to be together, we all want to hang out and kick it. Like, whereas in the past, it's kind of like lock yourself in a room and just fend for yourself.
Like we'll go and get a bit of KFC in the morning, keep it as lean as possible.
Yeah.
Just crack into the day, hit the gym, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's interesting. Because a lot of people will be wondering like, what did we do to make ourselves happy? But we needed those sad days to like actually
they've made us who we are.
100%. Like the breakup stuff, man. I it's almost at the point you'd message your ex and say, I just wanted to thank you.
Yeah.
Like that time we spent together was awesome, but then the fact you broke up with me and
put
a fire under my ass. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? All right.
Yeah.
So Louis boy is in. Sometimes the bloke just gets a bit deleted, right? I swear I have a similar amount of drinks as you, and you like to call me a lightweight, but mate, you get into some state where I can't even understand what you're saying. Like, mate, what the fuck did
I
you
feel
say?
sober.
Yeah, but you don't look sober. You literally turn into a different person. Anyway, and then the bloke gets a little bit simpy here and there.
No, it wasn't even simpy.
Well, what were you thinking? What do you want to explain it?
I wasn't thinking. That's the thing. Yeah, I can explain it. So we were out this weekend, and my ex uploaded a story. I follow her on Instagram now because like we're super amicable.
Simp, yeah.
There's nothing there, and so on. She's traveling, and she uploaded a story, and I replied to it, and like. Then later that night, I was like, nah, it's just like a shit reply. Like I just made a stupid reply. Nothing would come of it. So I just deleted the message because you can do that on Instagram.
Yeah.
And like an hour later, she messages me like, oh, I saw you message me, but it's gone now, ?
Yeah, because I fucking deleted it, you
And I was
idiot.
like, yeah, sorry, I was hammered. How are you? And then we started talking for a little bit. She's well and she's traveling, loving life. So anyway, don't do that.
Because
guys.
no, but the point of that story is you didn't even. It was water for ducks back this time around.
Yeah.
If you did that a year ago, you were like, oh my
Yeah,
god, what have I done? Oh no!
Yeah,
Get the
100%.
medic.
I just want to see how she's going. She's doing really well. So
give a
props
fuck.
to her.
Yeah.
I give a fuck.
Yeah, which is a testament to that improved mental health. All that
Yeah,
kind of
exactly. I think
jazz
if you-
now, I'd say.
Freak out too much about it, then you're in trouble.
What do we have next, mate?
Well, mate, tomorrow skincare.
All right, I had a good question.
You had a good question because the boys are sending in plenty of questions at the moment, and we love you for that. How do you use the liquid toner? Who was it?
Who was it? Adam Wilson on Snapchat asked, this is unrelated, but how do you use the liquid toner? My Tomorrow skincare just came on.
Good
That's
question,
good,
Adam.
mate.
I'm
So,
actually interested in this.
you want to go hit the gym in the morning like a Sigma male, smash it, high intensity stuff. Then you go hit the shower, right? When you're in the shower, you hit that foam cleanser. Then when you're out of the shower and the face is still a little bit moist, not completely dry, not completely wet, just a little bit moist, you want to grab the liquid toner, dab a few little dabs in your hand, rub it together, and then put it all over your face. Now, you don't want it to be like too saturated, but you want enough to go around to feed the children, right? So just make sure it's that perfect amount, and then you get it in, and then you let your face dry for around 30 seconds. Go do something else. Go dry your balls or something with a towel.
Yep.
Is that how you'd apply it?
Oh, I do a bit more because I'm very fortunately sponsored by Tomorrow Skincare. But I pour a fair bit on my hands, rub my hands together, and then on my face. And like, you get this feeling on your skin that's like tight. Do you notice that?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
your skin gets like tighter.
Like you got Botox or something.
It's literally like you've gone under the knife. And I'm a huge fan.
And then after that, you apply the structure serum, which is like that kind of giving the vitamins to the face, and that's what gives it that glow. And then you do the same thing with the moisturizer. So there is the explanation. If you do want to get a part of that routine, it is code NTF. You got to use it tomorrow skincare dot something because they said no, because they told me I said the wrong thing last time. It's something I don't know. Just look up tomorrow
Skincare. You'll find it. It's in our bios
and
anyway.
code NTF will give you 20% off. So thanks for using our code. You're smashing it every month. Go get some for Christmas as well for your little brother who's breaking out with acne. Get him some good skincare stuff. Next one we have is Manscaped. What do you want to chat about that, mate?
Well, speaking of Christmas, they do some great stuff. Packages. I know dads are always really difficult to buy like presents for, and Manscaped will have them very happy. Anything from Manscaped will really do. The Lawnmower 4.0, that's the obvious choice.
Yep.
But they have a plethora of different items and products you can buy. So I'd recommend going to their website, checking them out. The cologne is really good.
I got my dad the lawnmower for Father's Day or his birthday or something, and he uses it to shave his legs for cycling.
Smart.
Because he's a bit of an athlete, and he probably uses it to shave some other stuff as well, hopefully.
You do, you boo.
So make sure you get your dad that. Firstly, get him like everything from the NTF website, and then if you got some money left, go get him something from the Manscaped website. Code NTF will give you 20% off and free shipping.
Go Manscaped.
Sweet.
Well, we have a brewing mailbag as per.
It's literally that big.
It is. It's huge. So we put out some Snapchats each saying we're doing a podcast kind of on mental health based, ask some questions, and as always, if we give you guys a topic, you ask the best questions. And I think you prevailed. They came
I
through.
got two good ones, two good quick ones I want to start off with.
Yep.
Adam says, did you know the Queen died? Question mark.
That's cooked, Adam. You're kidding.
Then we got Callum Payne, who says, kill myself or nah.
Oh,
Jesus, mate. That's
Fuck.
fucking caught me off guard there. Don't. You're beautiful. You got a lot to live for.
It's
I
not
want you to
worth
see you reach your full potential and impact as many people positively as you can in this world. So don't kill yourself. Stay alive.
We
Stay
love
in
you.
school.
Do you have
do you
one?
want to fucking contribute, mate, or just hum into your mic?
I thought you had an actual one. Okay. This one's actually from a good mate of mine, who I'm not going to say his name. He's asking me about snoring and to do with like girls. I think he had a girl over who was snoring her head off, and he wanted to know.
Oh, that's not on.
He wanted to know what to do
I thought
about
you were
it.
going to say about a bloke snoring, and I was like, mate, that's fine.
Now, I am a snorer myself, and I have to give every girl I have over, which isn't many, I give them a lecture, and I give them a tutorial on what to do if I start snoring. And that is to gently rub my side and gently push me over onto my side, because I'll stop snoring if I'm on my side. Whereas if I'm on my back, the neck muscles, they lock in.
That's what my ex
esophagus
would
closes,
say about me, yeah.
And I go for the whole night. So my tip to you, mate, is to ask them to put you on their side, or you gently put them on their side if they're a snorer. And then you also wanted, how do you get a positive outlook on life? Because I think you're just trying to connect it to mental health, but we'll talk about that in depth.
Yeah, I remember my ex would complain about my snoring. So I went and got a sleep study done, and the big doctor boss man said your snoring's not bad at all, mate. So I gave her the fucking report that I spent $600 on. I said, fuck off.
So it wasn't you.
It wasn't me, mate. He just said, he was like, mate, your resting heart rate is incredibly low. You're a prime specimen. You're amazing, and your snoring is not. It's not even at a moderate level.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And he said my sleep efficiency was fantastic.
You know what I find so hot and attractive with a girl is like when they're like, "Oh, you were snoring last night, but I like just put you on your side, or I just nudged you and you stopped."
Didn't complain.
Didn't complain.
Didn't. Yeah.
They
You get what you get, and you don't get upset,
They
lads.
were caring.
Yeah.
That's so hot. That's so hot.
For me to be able to bench 150 kilos, there might be a bit of snoring, love. Honestly, it's better than having a boyfriend with an MDMA addiction and weighing 40 kilos, love. All right? Come on. Let's go.
Come on. Let's go. All right. Do you have one? All right. Do you want me to bring one up?
How to get over the Sunday scaries. Been suffering lately.
Interesting. Well, there's one clear thing.
Don't go out on the Saturday, you daft idiot.
Go easier on a Saturday.
No, I'd say absolutely send it on a Saturday, but put in work in your own mental health things, meditation, journaling, good friends around you, good support networks, and have a bit of a plan of attack for Sunday.
Also, I think some people's Sunday scaries can be aligned to them doing drugs, which obviously isn't something we indulge in, but we know people who do, and their Sunday scaries are a whole lot worse. So, look, mate, if your Sunday scaries are a product of doing drugs, it could be a great opportunity to look into that and maybe just stay on the beers that weekend.
Yeah. I'd say just look at the inputs, so all that stuff, and also work on your mental health. Have a bit of a plan of attack for Sunday.
Interesting. Good one. All right. I have another one here. How to un-isolate yourself after mental health struggles. It's a good question. Like, personally, I've never been in the situation where I isolate myself, but I know people who do. And I think like the best thing from them has been like slowly weaning themselves back into the outside life. So like going on a lunch date with a mate, like just going out for lunch. You don't have to go straight into a club.
Yeah.
Like just like force yourself to do it, and you know that it is better for you. And it's the same with going on a date with a girl. Like the first time you go on a date, it's often like, oh, I just can't be bothered. Like this is going to be,
but you feel
this is scary.
You probably will feel a lot better after it.
But then you do it, and it's like the best thing ever. It's like she's a great girl.
I've definitely had situations where I've been like pissed off or angry or feeling a bit depressed, and I've like pushed myself away and been like, nah, fuck it. Like I don't need to talk to anyone. But the reality is like humans are social beings, and we get so much of our happiness, and socializing is so critical for us to feel good and for us to function properly. So if you deny that, you're literally just denying like how we're built. So Like, and it's just going to be like, the more you isolate yourself, the worse you're going to feel, and the more you're going to put you. So it is just like digging yourself a hole, and it is a really vicious cycle. So just recognize that. Just try to slowly get back into like socializing and everything like that, because you will, trust me, feel so much better.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're social beings. Exactly right. Good answer, mate. Do you have one for us?
Oh, how do you guys deal with deep thoughts from Riley? What does that mean?
I think just like I definitely realize when my mental health is bad, my internal dialogue is turned up. So like I'll be driving like really in my own thoughts, like thinking deeply about it.
Yeah.
I don't really have any tips for it. Like just trying to distract yourself a little bit. Or you know what? Another one is there's so much of like trying to distract yourself, like actually sitting in your thoughts, and like it's okay to be
so
sad.
True. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. Literally meditate for 30 minutes and let your brain sort itself out.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
And like we are not professionals in any of this.
Yeah.
Like we literally just talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's
So good luck, Riley.
Good luck, mate. There's two answers there, but distract yourself or listen to them. Good luck, mate.
Good luck.
Let us know how it goes, though.
Psychologists listening to this. Oh, God, boys. Fuck. Fucking hell,
I
lads.
can't wait for the comments. We should start a podcast.
Yeah. There was a good one. Oh, this one. All right. So we got Grady Tyson. He says, if you had $10 million to dedicate to the mental health space in Australia, how are you spending it? Strippers, hoes, cocaine, what else? Ferraris.
For your
Fuck
mental
yeah,
health.
sounds elite, mate. My mental health is going to be insane after that.
Oh, that's
Who the
gold.
fuck is this?
Who the fuck are you?
I'd say for me, I'm a big believer in like natural antidepressants. So things that improve your general health metrics to increase mood, reduce depression, just like things like that. I mean, obviously like listen to Huberman and all that. He goes on about how much things can help. So like exercising, good sleep, light exposure, good diet. I think there was like a scale where it was like actual antidepressants prescribed from a doctor, let's say, improved depression by 0.6, whereas like all these factors like improved it by like 4 or something. Like it was just like so much more. So if I had the 10 mil, I'd be spending it in like promoting awareness and education around these things. So, not vaping in your room and staying up till 5 a.m. playing Overwatch and dyeing your hair blue and wondering why you're depressed.
Yeah, it's a great call. Mine would be very similar. In general, just investing in getting kids or young people out into fitness, get them out going for a run, get them in the gym, that kind of thing. And I reckon if you drop $10 million on that, you would improve so many people's lives.
Literally just sub out the vaping and gaming for good sleep, going to the gym and eating yummy meals and
socializing with good people.
You'd be like, oh, why am I not depressed now? Probably. Like, I'm not a psychologist, but I reckon they'd be doing a lot more than the antidepressants they prescribe you, which I believe is just like a self-fulfilling prophecy because they desensitize you to like life, and then you don't care about shit. So like you don't have any sense of purpose, and I've known too many people that's happened to.
Yeah.
And it just keeps you in this cycle.
Yeah.
So there's my little
tips. Great
tips.
question. Whoever said Riley, was it? Oh, no,
not Riley.
That was the one before.
Good try, mate.
Yeah, a ripper. I've got one here. How do you deal with being in the public eye so much and randoms coming up to you? Now, I put this in not because I wanted a G up for us feeling like we're celebrities, which we're not, but because it's actually not as easy as you'd think it'd be, is it?
No, it's definitely not. I think
I get hectic anxious about it.
I'm so much better with it now that I think Prime's here. But a lot of it, I would have to face it by myself, and then I'd be getting really anxious. I don't know why. But now I'm like a lot better with it. It also depends what mood I'm in too. If I'm in a shit mood, then I'm going to be shit.
Yeah. I think for me, it's trying to judge if they're taking the piss out of us or out of me when people are meeting me, or if they're like actually fans.
I think like if they're taking the piss, that's on them, bro. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Who the fuck are you, and why would you like? What are you doing, bro? Like, so I never even think like that, to be honest.
Sigma.
I'm just like so happy with the impact we're having, and I know so many people get so much out of it, and I just like never deny that. And it's like, bro, you really taking the piss here? Like, good on you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It's a funny one. I love the position we're in, and it means the world when people come up to us. But it's not as like, it's not. I can't imagine like someone like Justin Bieber or something, like they couldn't walk anywhere.
Yeah,
That would just be. I couldn't think of anything worse, to be honest.
Yeah, it would be interesting, and we just know nothing what it feels like.
Exactly.
It's crazy. This one from what's his name? Lockie J says, not mental health related, but how TF are you tan year round in Melbourne?
Interesting.
A lot of it is like, right, and there's probably people from the Cancer Council who will want my head after this, and there's also people that are like, no, sunscreen gives you cancer. So I don't know who to believe, blah, 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 whatever. I'm just saying what I do here. Whenever there's sunlight, doesn't matter if there's winter, I'm taking my shirt off and not putting sunscreen on. I'm just getting those UV rays straight into my skin because I know how beneficial it is just for my mood, that vitamin D exposure, everything like that. So I'm doing that when, like, I literally chase the vitamin D. I know Prime does the same thing. I know you're doing it as well. You feel a lot better mentally. You look more glowy. It's just good for the skin. Other things, like I noticed when my diet improved a lot, like my skin became way more glowy and I tanned way better. Whereas before I would burn a lot. There's a lot of people talking about like, there's, what's this thing like, is it Milano tan?
Yeah.
I've never used it, but I heard a lot of people use that. I know nothing about it. My friends told me it's like it's a tiny little thing of injection or something.
And you can spray it in your nose.
Yeah.
People said I was on it.
Yeah, I've never used it.
Same.
But I think a lot of people are on it. And I think you can tell when someone's tan is fake. It looks like shit. Whereas if you actually have like a good natural glowy one because you've been out in the sun, like some sort of Sigma, just like out in the gym, working hard. Yeah. Like it looks fucking elite, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
You can tell when it's fake.
Oh, and you just look so much better with the tan.
I know,
it's
do.
It's actually ridiculous.
Any other tips? Oh,
shaving?
I remember, shaving. So I always make sure my legs are trimmed, my body hair's trimmed. I also like exfoliate my body.
Before going out in the sun?
Not like too purposely, but I will like exfoliate once a week my body.
Once a week, really?
Yeah, once. I've just got like this little exfoliator brush thing.
Yeah.
What's that? Prime was saying like the tanning oil actually helps a lot, so I might use that this summer.
Yep.
Let us know if you guys think tanning oil helps or not.
And do that at your own risk and research at your own risk, please.
I won't use his name. He goes, hey boys, I struggle a lot with anxiety and self-confidence and self-image. So much so I've recently quit my job because it was all too much. Do you have any advice for a 20-year-old who is restarting and a bit lost? I also struggle a lot with talking about my feelings and opening up to people. Thanks, legends. Love the potty. Always a highlight of my week.
It's interesting. That one, like struggling to talk about your emotions and stuff. I feel like especially in this day and age, you're almost like, I've felt it before. I've felt it recently, actually, feeling like almost bashed for not speaking about my emotions. And it's like, I wish I could articulate my emotions and be more open, but that's just not who I am. And like, you shouldn't feel shit about that because like you can't talk about your emotions. It should be something you work on, but that's not your fault. Like you can't help that.
So he's been really struggling with like his self-image and he's quit his job. So he's obviously not doing too well and he's kind of restarting and he's lost. Do we have some advice for him? Because like, I know people around me that's happened to. And for me, I just like know if I have a shit day or something, like I'll always bounce back. And I know like that feeling won't last forever. And, you know, I've got my own insecurities and things, but I always feel like these are the cards I'm dealt. I can't change it. So what am I going to do about it? Right. So you almost like, if you have certain weak points or insecurities about you, like use that as like a strength. Like, or just something you just accept. Yeah. Like for me, I've accepted I'm not 6'2" or something. Yeah. So what am I going to do about it?
I've found huge relief in focusing on the controllables.
Same.
Focus on what you can control, not on what you can't control. Because what's the point?
Yeah.
Like do your best to really dial the things you can control. And you sleep. Like, I mean, it sounds like it's your situation, mate. And like, you know, we can't tell you what to do, but like straight away, I think like sleep, diet, and like fitness, get those in check.
Give yourself like some sort of goal
Yeah.
to work towards, and I can assure you, like that will just make every day like you'll look forward to it a little bit more, and it'll just help regulate. And when you dial a few things in, everything else will come with it too. I can assure you that will help so much. And when you feel better about yourself, you know, I know those basic things we always mention, you will start feeling better about your image and whatnot.
Yeah.
I strongly think, particularly for guys, you don't necessarily have to be an attractive guy to be attractive. I think there's certain things you can kind of create for yourself, such as like a physique, a career, perhaps certain status, obviously your relationships with people, like your friends, your family. I think it's the overall image that is attractive. It's not like for example, you look at Jack Harlow or something, and if nobody knew who he was, it'd be like, oh, who's this curly haired motherfucker, right? But people like this guy's like the hottest guy in the world. I don't know if you kind of understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's like, because
100%.
he's made that for himself.
Oh,
He's fucking
100%.
said, look at my face. I'm going to make this face the most attractive thing in the world.
Yeah, totally.
He's done it for himself.
I think on top of that, like challenging yourself every day is really good, or setting yourself little challenges, things that make you uncomfortable, and doing them. Like, mate, try and run a 10K. I guarantee if you run a 10K, you're going to feel incredible like after. And then you'll be able to apply that to different things in your life. Like I was able to run the 10K, so like there's no reason I can't go up and talk to this girl, you know.
Yeah,
things
even
like
for
that.
me, like sometimes I forget to actually push myself. Like I just keep lifting the same weights in the gym. It's like, oh wait, no, hang on. I've actually can push myself a little bit here. Stop taking the piss, mate.
Yeah.
Come on.
So true.
Just little reminders. It's good to have people around you that push yourself. Anyway, mate, there's a bunch more questions there, but we don't want to overdo it.
Nah, we don't. I think we did well. This is a very fun podcast. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. Good stuff.
Awesome. Good stuff, Lou.
Thanks for listening, guys.